G'day, and welcome to the Heat Signature Daily Challenge for the 2nd of February. For some reason, OBS refused to actually record my microphone, so this is a bit of post-commentary. We've got Pimba Vanderstar here, who's both silent, tough, but also shaky and weak. So shaky and weak is a particularly potent combination. It means we can't use melee weapons, it means we can't use guns with any degree of accuracy. One of the things that would be really helpful would be if we were to find a trap, but we don't. Instead, basically what we're restricted to is shotguns or very, very close ranges. And so that's what we're going to do. One of the things that we noticed when we looked through this particular mission is that the guards, the boss guards, have shotguns. So we should be able to pick up a shotgun or two on this mission. Just trying to get the right angle for docking, and we don't slow down early enough, and basically we completely overshoot. So we wasted a bunch of time as a result of that. I think it's, 6-second dock. It's only a little waste, frankly. Generally speaking, I end up with a 5 to 7 second dock. It is possible to do faster. Yesterday, which I did attempt to record, but I screwed up and didn't actually hit the record button. Yesterday I had a 4-second dock, which I think is the best I've done to my knowledge. But it's really difficult to actually get a dock time down that far. Alright, so the idea here is to try and peek and just get the guard with the key to come to us. Because we don't want to be seen, we want to engage at very close angles. Because if we don't, basically we're going to miss. So we let them come around the corner, and we come up nice and close, and then we shoot them, and we can pick up that and take them away. There we go. And we've got a shotgun. We don't care about the rest of the guards there, they've only got regular guns. So this guard is coming up, so we're just going to shoot him. We don't need to care about this particular one. We are getting close just in case we get really messed over by that 15-degree inaccuracy. So the way it works is when you fire, instead of firing at the angle you're actually after, your shot can go up to 15 degrees in either direction. So that's a huge arc. Like, I nearly missed with that shotgun at that range. Fortunately, I would have then at least been able to shoot the rifle, but it's pretty bad. There's a reason why you're really relying on shotguns, and even then you want to be close range or have multiple shots to back it up. Alright, we find a shield here, which is useless. I do say to stash it, but I don't even bother putting in here, and now I'm trying to decide whether I go up or down. I decide to go up because my assassination target has gone up. If I'd gone down, it might have been a better route to get to an actual window, but I'm not sure. Alright, so down we go. We'll shoot that guard on the way, just because otherwise they'd see us, and we don't want that. Those two guards, I should say. And, we'll see if we shoot the shotgun twice, just to be sure. We got 60-something shots. There's no reason we would ever, even if we would have never run across a regular gun again, there's no reason we would ever care. Alright, so one of the reasons why you want to assassinate targets rather than just let them run to the teleporter and target fleas, which this one isn't, but it will be relevant later, is because they carry items. And that's one of the ways we can gear up, and it's even just kind of inherent in everything else. So that's what we did here. And see, that's where our inaccuracy really messed us up. So we shoot there, and then we go, okay, we'll grab that shotgun, and we can head back up. Now, one thing on reflection that really slowed us down here is I could have left. So right now I'm trying to work out what's the best way to get to an exit. And for some reason I pick back up the way we came. Probably because I can move my pod a bit better. But there was a fuel barrel to the south of the captain. I could have just shot that fuel barrel and got ejected out into space that way and started my pod moving at that time. So that probably would have been a faster way. Instead here, while I'm moving towards the window, I figure I'll try and get my pod into place. So the reason for doing this is I want to not be in control of my pod while it's in the light of the window, because that's when the captain can see it somehow. And if it's unmanned, it doesn't get picked up by the ship sensors. And there we go, we had basically the perfect pickup. So we leave and we get to the station, and it is a 37-second time. Not a great time, pretty slow. And I could have sped it up, especially if I'd thought to shoot the fuel barrel by the captain. It would have sucked me out to space, given me some velocity to get away, and I could have spent some of the time trying to get my ship towards where we needed to go. Okay, so we've got target fleas, we've got on this one, and there's our assassination. There's also a defender and a jammer. So we want to get on this ship. We can't see where the teleporter is. Well, that's one thing I find kind of annoying. I was considering very briefly, maybe this was an opportunity to use the missile trick that I've seen someone post on the Heat Signature Discord, which is basically if you have a targeted missile shot, at least in recent versions, those missiles have a fixed travel time. So the further you are away from your target, the faster the missile goes. And that actually means that you can target within a ship very easily, because targeting within a ship means if you target within a ship, you can like hit the teleporter. Problem is I don't know where the teleporter is. I could have taken out the captain, or I could have shot my assassination target, which would be the optimal play there. But I didn't know how long it would take me to get to the captain and get all that set up. And frankly, I can go through a ship very quickly. Thank you very much. So let's do that. So here, it's like, well, where's the jammer? Jammer's in the first set of guards. And then how do we go through the next part? And do we want to raise the alarm to get our target towards the teleporter? Because worst case scenario, I could potentially... Oh, no, at this point it's just I can beat my target there. So here we go, going down. I'm a bit worried that I won't hit the jammer in time and he'll count as spotting me, but nope, this is fine. And I just literally fill the corridor with bullets and everyone dies. So I can pick up our key and keep moving. Okay, so we do have a key cloner. I don't actually remember when we picked up that key cloner. Maybe our target had it? No, he had the shotgun. So we got a key cloner at some point. I don't remember when. And so one option I have here that I completely missed because I forgot that I didn't have the key cloner is I could have just ignored these guards and walked straight past and grabbed the key from this guy. But I didn't remember that, and so I'm like, I can kill this guy. The other thing is maybe I want to set off the alarm and bring my target closer. I hadn't quite realized that the defender was up there. So I'm actually like, I'm okay with setting off the barrels. And here, betrayed a little bit by Shaky, completely miss where I'm trying to go. And I desperately need to kill this man, take his key before anything terrible happens. And by terrible I mean he gets sucked out into space along with the key. So that happened. That's why I prioritized the key, even though the subverter is really useful. And then yeah, we got our extreme range subverter, and that will be key. Okay, so now we got 8 seconds to get through. We're not using slipstream, and we don't have a way of accelerating using melee attacks. So I am actually getting a little worried at this point as to how far. Worst case scenario, I subvert the teleporter, but I'd rather not, because I want to make sure I collect whatever my target is carrying, because it's one of the ways I can gear up. And so this is really way too close for comfort at this point. But we'll see, and especially those two, that was concerning. So I crash the defender, I pop around the corner, I shoot this room with a shotgun blast. I think the first shotgun blast takes out both. Yep, I didn't shoot another one. This also gives me an automatic concussive shotgun, which is perfect. And now I can assassinate my target, which I want to do with an actual regular weapon. And from there, I need them to be properly dead. And look, they have a rechargeable slipstream, which is brilliant. So at this point, I'm just like, well, time to run for the window. And then what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the remaining gear, just in case. The remaining shotguns. That's all I care about. They're setting off the alarm. Don't care. Doesn't matter. At this point, we're out into space. We just need to manage a nice smooth pickup, and then it's on to ship 3. Okay. So then, yeah, heading back to base. And the next ship is a bit of a tricky one for us. So the next ship is, and it'll show here, next ship we've got only armored guards, and we've also got armored and shielded guards, which is real crappy for us. Our only armor piercing weapon, the shield is not too bad, but our only armor piercing weapon is a rifle, which means we need to be super close. On the other hand, we got a slipstream, so things aren't too bad. And it's target fleas. So my idea is I'll just slipstream past most of the guards, and I may crash some of the ones with glitch dashes, because glitch dash basically means they're going to stay in visual range longer, which greatly increases the chances that they would see me. And I overshot this one, but that was actually okay, because there was the secured dock, which there's even conveniently a set of guards near. So I was totally fine with that. So I immediately stole that key, and then I was like, wait, so what am I doing? Okay, I can get through, I can do this. And then where am I actually going? Because I hadn't zoomed out, which is not the smartest move, I gotta say. But so my target's down the bottom right, but there's a teleporter here. And if I can set off the alarm and know that the alarm is going before I leave the ship and subvert that teleporter, I don't need to hang around. The timer only counts when I'm near the ship. It doesn't count when the target's in space or whatever. So right now I can totally just, don't even need to steal another key. I can get within range of my target, subvert that teleporter, and get back. I just need to set off the alarm without being seen. And I come up with a genius plan, in my view, which is basically, there's a fuel barrel right near where I am. It's probably not the optimal one to pick, but it's not actually suboptimal either. So I just run through and shoot this fuel barrel, like so. So we have a plan. We're going to run through to about there. Yep. Stop, shoot the fuel barrel, and then I'm doing keyboard movement there. But yeah, so now at about this point where I go back to throw mode, and I go over to here, yeah. Like there, say, that makes sense. And then we get through, pausing correctly at the doors. That break, all those guards are about to die. Good day. I do grab the key. I hadn't quite realized that it was unnecessary. But that's fine. And so now I subvert, and it's done. Don't need to care. Now it's time to head back to the pod. And keep going, and keep going. Someone died as a result of that. I messed up because I was using keyboard movement, but I remembered just in time to save my momentum on the last slipstream charge, and now I just jet away. You can see my target heading towards the thing. You can even then see them enter space in a moment. There we go. And so it's just like, well, I can chill back in a station while I wait for them to die. And then that's what I do. You can zoom out and just watch that end, come back in, and here's the score screen, 596, and the final scores. So you can see I am number 1 this time. 18 seconds faster than console TX, and 6 seconds faster than Terran. So yeah, I mean, I could have optimized that further, but there wasn't enough point to do so. We'll see if anyone else doing it later than me goes faster. It's definitely possible to do so. There was no point in stopping to get that first item. And also, if I judged times a bit better, if I docked better, then yeah, I could definitely have saved at least another 5 seconds without too much work. And especially on that first ship, you could have sped that up by just shooting that fuel barrel and getting out that way. So, all possible. But still, it was pretty good. And now I'm just looking at some of the other scores. So, yesterday, as I said, I did record, but I messed up on the first ship and decided, you know what, let's take it easy. Let's do the kinds of things I do when I play single player. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.